She ran away. I wasn't done talking to her. Oh wait, there she is. Hey girl! Eee.
What are you doing here?
I forgot what I asked you about, but why is this book?
Why is this book so secret?
Because we are to serve Kalan in combat and not to interpret his words. They say we are missing the necessary vision to understand his divine message. But I would like to learn that for myself instead of having it spoon-fed to me. Maybe it's nothing, but I can't let it go.
You know, Eve, I like you. You're very skeptical about this, and you're starting to question whether this Kalan person is the right way to do it. Yeah, I get it.
I will get you the book from the archives.
Thank you. This is one mystery I can't wait to solve.
Alright. When I find the archives, I'll get it for... It's forbidden, is it? We won't do it just yet. Shall purge the sin. Yep, Kalan's a fantastic person. I can't wait to meet him. That looks like a, That looks exactly like one of my old keyboards, actually. Oh, that's beautiful. So they found it out of the wreckage and they reused it. Good on them. It's not a bad keyboard. Alright.
You know you shouldn't be here, right?
What? Eve. Eve.
Did I invite you?
Eve. Come on. It's me. Lord Pie. We just had this whole entire conversation about how I'm gonna get a book for you. But I see how it is. Maybe I won't get the book for you now. Oh, it's raining. Sorry, I can't go outside when it's raining. I got allergies. No, I don't really. Could be acid rain though. Or it could just be debris. It's probably, oh god, that's just, no, it's definitely, it's raining. That's actually really cool. It's another Roomba. What's the message board say? Indistinguishable, we can see... Clearly there's some sort of a big reptile predator thing on the hunt for our blood, so we gotta be careful of that. Whoa! Oh shit. Oh shit. Ah! I don't have the necessary skills to do that yet. But I can climb. Because I'm really strong, evidently. That's actually a good point. I spent like... Well, I guess I was hopped up on all that, Elex stuff. Teleport to the cathedral. I wonder how weak I would have become. Well, I guess it does sort of reflect in the fact that everything kills me, so...
Any asshole caught stealing will be sent to the ThisJesters.
Your face and just overall demeanor does not match your voice.
Why do you assume everyone wants to steal from you?
I have my reasons. And I have to look after my stocks. We're low on resources here. I can't go wasting them on thieves. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor we make for paladins, but my supplies are limited. Only those who have acquired that rank can get that reward.
I want to trade.
Right you are. I'll show you what you can buy at your rank.
Rifles! Yes! Let's get a flamethrower. That's... Ooh, on a helmet. There's some good stuff here. There's some... Increases strength and combat value, but we can be sneaky, so... I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of that. A ring of combat, huh? Oh. Costs so much, I have like no money. Can I sell stuff to you? I can if I sold that, but I don't want to do that just yet because I haven't figured out what I want to put it into. Oh, you get swords as well, which require... Whoa, that's actually alright. The Acolyte Sword 1? Does 41 damage. Requires 38 though. What do I have? Oh, 22, 29, 40... Okay, see, the problem is... I can probably use you next, definitely. With the damage increases +7. Other than that, everything else is very far away. Oh. Okay, let's look at these laser rifles. I'm saving them for the last. You're probably the better one to try and look at. Acquire intelligence and dex. What do bows require? Strength and dex. Yeah, I'm gonna be spreading myself pretty thin if I do this, and I don't quite know if that's a good idea. But it's a laser rifle. Single shot burst, full auto. You can go fully automatic. Oh my god. Magazine size 20. I'm guessing it doesn't require. Oh, it does require ammo because the bow requires bolt arrows. So this will definitely require it. Anyway, I can't afford it. Can't afford any of this stuff, but it's good to know that it's here. I'll see what I can sell to you actually. Cool. Now we have exactly 135 Elex. I'm okay with this. So, I don't really want to buy wares just yet, because I've got Kim to help me out when I'm in trouble. That'll be okay. My general plan is to try and just get trained up. Mainly trying to look at alchemy stuff, to be honest. Still holding out for the alchemy thing, because do I have any points? I've got 10 points there. I've got 1 learning point to spend. But like no crafting skills, no personality, 1 in combat. I've been putting it all in survival, which has been good. Stamina's been great. Animal trophies. Yeah, it's all been good, so it's definitely, I don't feel like I've gimped myself at all, but I think it's kind of hard to gimp yourself in this. Because you're already pretty much gimped from the beginning, so you can only go up, right? Brick, you look like someone important.
Yes, the newcomer. Now, there is a face that shows the world as it is. Conflict, friendship, betrayal, and trust. Let me get a look at you. Whatever you have seen, you are free of it now. You've reached us here.
Thank you for your offer. I'll think about it.
You should. You have carried your own burden and that of others for too long. Here you will find others to share that load. Tell me what you want.
The clerics say that they are leading the fight against the Alps. But do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have here in the Horde?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. I believe in the technology he's given us, and in the men and women who carry it. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the Comet, and while other alliances have come and gone, we have prevailed. So, we shall continue to do so, if it is Kalan's will that we should do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the Berserkers, the Outlaws, and the Albs, then I would ask whose interest would the destruction of the Horde serve? And the answer can only be the Albs. You've seen them. The converters they build on our lands. The will of Kalan shall be made real. We will drive them from the converter in the north, and from the lands of all the free people. The clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions can realize this in time to save themselves.
You need to find someone to unite the factions.
We must work together if we are to survive. But we must work together with Kalan to lead us all. We must find a way to persuade the other factions to agree to work with us. Then together we can destroy the Albs. I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions. But to know if you are suitable for this role, I must know who you are. And I need an honest answer.
I'm nobody. Yeah, let's be honest with this fella. He seems like he would be a forgiving type, right? Right?
I don't know who I am now, but I was Jax, an Alp commander.
And you walk in here and confess that? Since when do Albs come to talk? Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here, and this cathedral will be a grave to both of us.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now, I'm trying to find out who I am.
Little pie.
Then You have renounced the hybrid and joined the free people?
I am free from Elex. I'm exiled from the Ice Palace. I was betrayed, and now I'm being hunted by my own people.
So you're here seeking protection? To save your own skin? Or have you really escaped the Elex and seen the life there is outside Zakor? Commander Jax, the Alb, standing here. That is not something I would have believed. Yet, here you stand.
I was a wanderer. Now, I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all, and yesterday for little. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not judge us. Renounce your past, and you can come to Kalan in wisdom. That will take courage. And in these bleak days, courage is vital if we are to save this world. But you must have questions. Ask, and may Kalan bring you enlightenment.
Well, firstly, it's extremely easy for me to renounce my past because I have no idea what my past was. Evidently, I was some mindless drone who went and killed people. Yeah.
Are the Albs still attacking the Horde?
It has been some time since their last major assault. But I'm sure you know that already, Commander Jax. But the attacks we've suffered took too many brave souls. Souls who would have been better improving Magalan than lying in graves. The death of Judicator Johann was a particular shot. But for the price that was paid, there was one exacted, and the Albs haven't attacked us in such strength again. Well, that is my hope. They could simply be massing for a bigger assault. We've had time to retrain, regroup, but it is hardly a secret that we are short of personnel. So, if you are here working for the Albs, you'll see nothing that's not known already. And we know that the Albs have used the time to entrench themselves deeper at that damned converter of theirs. Perhaps securing that was the extent of their plans, or perhaps they're just waiting for us to attack it before they strike again.
What do you know about the Alb forces? The most recent information I have is that Commander Uruk has 3 garrisons supported by fighting machines and colossi.
Then I can only hope they haven't brought up any more reinforcements.
Will you wait for an Alb attack or strike first?
The converter has to be taken out of operation. It is the only way to free Ignadon, and the longer they sit there, the more time they have to prepare. We need to attack the converter, but it will take a major offensive, and that will cost us in lives and material.
That is interesting. Oh, I hope we do eventually get involved in some big battle. That would be fantastic.
Why have you waited so long to attack? Surely they get stronger while you're waiting.
The answer to that should be obvious when you walk around the Horde. While our production lines have made up for our losses in fighting machines, they can't do the same with people. And the death of Judicator Johann has left us with another issue. The shortage of a commander with real field experience.
Uh-oh.
What about you? Can you lead the attack?
No. That is far from my skill set. Logistics, defense, and interpreting Kalan's commandments are where my strengths lie. We need someone like you. An experienced commander. Someone who understands the Albs. What about you? You've seen the world. You must understand something of the Albs. Will you fight with us? Soldier or commander, we need people who've seen the world.
I don't know. My memories of those times are only fragments. Though I'm sure I was betrayed so someone could take my place.
No? Well, humility is an important trait in a leader. Or do you have another reason for not wanting to be considered?
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your doors? Do you always trust people so easily?
I trust my faith. And there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will show me the way. But perhaps you are intended for a different role. Will you go out as an ambassador to the free people? Speak to those who lead the other factions. Find me someone with experience. Someone independent. Someone who can lead. That in itself will give you a hand in shaping all our futures.
I will find you your experienced commander.
Good. Then go out to the other free people. This commander will be a symbol of the need for us all to work together. Be they separatist, berserker, or outlaw. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle. Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Albs. Someone willing to lead from the front by example,
You sound like you really believe we will find someone out there.
Faith and necessity sometimes breed hope. You should ask the leaders of the other factions if they will take on this role. If they decline, try their commanders. May Kalan and good fortune be with you.
Oh, that is very interesting. We're an ambassador now.
We must find an experienced commander if Magalan is to be free. They will need to be skilled and ruthless to succeed.
Okay, good. Okay, well... Ooh, workbench. Have I used this before? Yes, this is for upgrading things. Can I upgrade you at all? I can. I just need to modify weapon skill. Okay. That's actually interesting. That's really interesting. We can... What does that require? Requires a lot of Elex, bit of mana, bit of gold nuggets. And then it would increase... That's actually quite good. I like that. So you can improve your weapons, but it does require a bit more skill to do it and wield it, most likely. Where's the any key? So I've got to put a bit of a hypothesis forming in my brain about good old Lord Pi here. Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm starting to think that maybe he wasn't exactly betrayed. Oh. If you get my drift, like he was probably sent here on a mission to, like a sleeper agent, pretty much. That's my current thoughts right now. He's probably like a sleeper agent for the Elves. Sent with a primary directive to gather information initially, but he's got another alternative commands right now which he's not aware of because he was probably like brainwashed into thinking it, and that's possibly why that white sheen happened on our screen, because it's like, ooh, the primary, the sub-primary directive is starting to take hold. Oh, there's a fellow here. Well, I suppose we'll chat to you and then be on our merry way. Reinhold. Have I talked to you before, Reinhold?
So, here is the wanderer I have heard about.
You've heard of me?
I know everything that happens here. So much so that some have taken to calling me the Eye of Kalan. I am Reinhold, Judicator. I stand watch for all those in the Horde, and the Horde stands as the guardian for all of Magalan. Such a duty requires vigilance. It means I must ask of everyone who comes here, are you friend or foe? Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics, or to oppose us?
Why should I join you?
Because we can show you the path to salvation, for yourself and for all of Magalan. The Prophet Arvid helped preserve the knowledge of the past, and set us on a course to use it to build a future. You can be a part of that future. You can find your true purpose amongst our ranks.
I don't want to join a faction.
One day you must face that choice. I hope that day brings you back to us. Then trade, explore, meet our people while you are here, and may Kalan offer you guidance as you do. May your time in the Horde be peaceful and productive.
Tell me more about the clerics.
What would you like to know?
Oh my god.
Why would I want to become a cleric?
Because we're the last bastion against the Owls. Our strength, our faith, and our technology are the only things that can stop them. Where the outlaws profit, and the berserkers roll in the dirt, we have knowledge. The knowledge to make the world into what it once was, and much more. Join us, and you can participate in our knowledge, faith, and our technology.
What's happening in the city?
Kalan is wise, but mysterious. Through the prophet Arvid, he warned us of the comet and the downfall of our world. He laid down the foundations for the clerics out of the ashes of the old civilization. To Kalan, knowledge and wisdom are sacred. It is through knowledge and understanding that we can find our way to the infinite skies and a true understanding of ourselves.
Infinite skies.
A place of true enlightenment and salvation. Kalan teaches us that the comet's fires will not be the only challenge we face in our quest for survival. If we are to save the people of this world, we must teach them Kalan's ways, that we must work together and gather all the knowledge we can. Because when the next catastrophe strikes our world, only those who have been prepared will survive.
Where did you get your technological knowledge?
Arvid himself left behind this knowledge. The gathering of old world knowledge, and the order to further it, was his greatest gift to all who have followed him. It has given us the machines that allow our way of life to continue. It has given us the technology we need to be ready for the next challenge we face. So, as you see, science and religion do not have to be mutually exclusive.
Tell me how promotion works within the Horde.
People who are new to our ranks are welcomed as an acolyte. Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamentals of our way of life. The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank brings new advantages, obligations, and privileges such as equipment.
So, who are you? The welcoming committee?
I am adjudicator. I oversee everything in the Horde, from punishment to initiation.
Explain the rules of the Horde to me.
Well, Kalan's commandments are simple and fair. They are rules to be found in many places, but to us, they are sacred. Theft, physical assault, murder, the dealing of chems are all punishable offenses. You may face a fine, re-education, or for the worst offenders, execution. And of course, your soul will pay the price. Stay with us, and you will learn of Kalan and his ways. Abide by the words of the great prophet Arvid, and you will open your way to eternity.
Eternity. Check. Is chem dealing a big problem here in the Horde?
I had thought we were free of their vile product, but it seems we do have something of a problem. A large reward has been offered to anyone able to bring them to justice. That should prevent this from becoming a bigger problem. If you think you can find these dealers, I would welcome your insight.
I'll talk more about that a bit later, I think. Let's just talk about it now. Oh, well, I'll track them down, but I'm not gonna sell them out because they might be alright.
So, you decide who becomes a cleric and who doesn't.
Correct. Initiates are only allowed to join us when I decide they are worthy. And should they complete the tasks that are given to them, then I would welcome them into our community. And every acolyte that joins us can then begin on the path of enlightenment to gain promotion here.
I'm not sure. I would like to think about it.
Each man must choose his own path. I hope you change your mind. But in the meantime, perhaps you could assist me in something. I could use the help of someone who hasn't had time to establish themselves here. Someone with a more objective viewpoint. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful who wandered right into the arms of a chem dealer. Every one of us suffers temptation, and all must hope they can prevail against it. But those who deal in misery, who exploit the weakness of others, they are a problem that must be eliminated. Complete this task, and you will open the door to becoming a cleric, a true warrior for Kalan.
So, you think you are responsible for holding back the Alps?
That is the task of the clerics now. Personally, I oversee the defense of the Horde. It is Judicator Ulbricht who is overseeing the war against the Alps. Not a task that I envy him. But then at least his work is black and white. There are Albs and there are clerics. While I must decide which category these separatists belong in. Visitors, vagrants, travelers, and enigmas, they are all part of my responsibility.
About the chem dealers here in the Horde.
Yes?
Do you have any leads on where they may be operating?
Well, I had given Dietrich the task of investigating them, but he doesn't seem to have had much luck so far. You should check what leads he has. To my knowledge, he had slimmed the investigation down to 3 suspects. You should start with them.
But it's Dietrich.
Who does Dietrich suspect?
He can explain his methodology to you. But as I recall, it was a simple process of rejecting anyone who lacked the requisite access and opportunity. You should speak with the guards who were on duty at the time. Try and get that information as a written report. Anecdote and memory are best not relied on in these cases.
Oh, I like these guys all of a sudden. So they do mix science with religion, but they seem to be bashing religion a lot. Like, they seem to be using the religion path quite a bit. They haven't really done the science part just yet. Interesting.
Are there any more details you can tell me about the chem dealing?
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use, they rarely give up the culprit for hope of keeping their supply. But in this case, the user let slip the time of the deal. So we've been working backwards from there. The user involved, though, well, he's no longer in a position to provide us with useful information. And so we are relying on getting reports from the guards that can help us place who was where on the night in question. Let us hope this line of investigation produces something concrete.
I think another DM do this.
Where can I find these guards?
Well, there's Xander. He was on duty at the main gate on the night in question. Then there is the mine guard and the factory guard. Have you been to the mine? If not, you will find it to the west, below the cathedral. The factory guards patrol to the north, by the mech production facilities.
Okay. Can I take that? Of course I can. Fantastic.